Welcome to the Nail Engineer. Today I'm doing a rose gold mani with a twist. There's a lot of rose gold chrome nails out there and I just wanted to do something a little bit different. So I've got this hand done already and this hand is ready to go, and on here I've just got gel bottle ink, builder in a bottle system, which is the rubber base coat, and I've got the cover pink number 20, and I've got the rubber top coat, which is what I use to keep this little gem on here, and these adorable little bows I got from Busy Nails. In terms of the colours, I've got four different things going on here. These nails, I've got Madam Glam in No Taboo with Ostar nail, rainbow transparent over. The chrome nail, on the other hand, is snow silver, so that's like a traditional chrome rose gold, over the top of So Hot by Madam Glam, which is in person a much more neon orangey coral than it's coming off on screen. And I also have that colour underneath this rainbow Carnival, which is more of a holochrome powder. So you've got your rainbow transparent, which is a bit translucent and lets more colour through, and then your rainbow Carnival, which is basically like a chrome powder except with holographic tones. So you need a stronger colour under there to really kind of shine through than you do with the transparent. And then finally, this little one has just got one of my new colours, which will be in one of my swatchathon videos, probably by the time this video goes out, and it's called My Oh My, and it's just a gorgeous peachy nude colour. One other thing that's worth noting is the difference in application for the different powders. The more chrome ones respond very well with the use of a silicone chisel tool, and this is one that I got with my set that I purchased from Ostar Nails. However, the rainbow transparent just kind of moves around the nail if there's too much pressure exerted. But thankfully, the people from Ostar included a 3-pack of these eyeshadow applicators in my kit, and I found that they are perfect for getting the rainbow transparent to adhere to the nail. And all of these, over your colour, you need to use the mirror base, and I actually tend to cure this for 30 to 40 seconds in an LED lamp. 30 seconds if it's a thin coat, 40 seconds if it's more of like a floated thick coat. And then they are topped off with this super shining. And then all of the nails that have got pigment on, just to extend the wear because chrome nails are quite fragile, I put a rubber top coat on, and that's really key. And then for super shine, I go in with my Madam Glam top coat. So I've got my 3 coats of colour on and I'm all cured up now. And the first thing that I want to do, all of these are just the tacky inhibition layer of the colour. The first thing I want to do is I want to get this nail done with the little charm on there, because I'm going to be playing with powders and they're going to be flying everywhere, and I don't want anything to go into that tacky layer. So first things first, I take my gel bottle rubber top coat, and it's really quite simple. I just get a blob, and a decent sized blob, and trying very hard not to knacker any of my other fingers. First off, I want to just get this to the edge and just feather some of this blob down the nail, and then with my little gem picker, which is super sticky, if somebody can tell me how to get this just a little less sticky, that would be like awesome. So I'm just checking the positioning is symmetrical. Okay, I think that looks right, and I'm going to keep it real level, and I'm going to cure this for 60 seconds. I know what you're going to think. You're going to think you're mental. If you can't get a perfect surface, put 4 coats on and then just buff the surface of the nail and give it a little wipe with alcohol to get rid of any bits of dust that might still be on there, and then that will ensure that you've got a perfect surface to put this onto. But I'm quite satisfied that the surface finish is good enough and that I don't have any little imperfections in there that are going to show up. So all you do is you take this, which is your mirror base, and I would say that I put a fairly thin layer on, and I'm pretty sure that all this is just a no wipe top coat. And just make sure that you go right to the edge of your colour. You really need to go right on the edge, because you don't want any bits of colour poking through under the pigment. And I'm just going to repeat that on the nails, and then I'm going to cure this. So that's all cured up, and now it's time to use my pigments. And the first one I'm going to do is the Rainbow Transparent, because it's on the extremities of my hand, so hopefully we won't have too much cast off. But first off, let's go in on the thumb, and I'm really not pushing hard here. It's just a gentle motion, and you'll feel like a slight kind of grittiness to it. As soon as it starts feeling a little bit smoother, you want to reload, but always load up. This is the Rainbow Transparent with a very small amount and tap it off the excess. And if you follow these directions, you should be able to get a nice even finish, because this one is a little bit tricky. It does have a tendency to go a little bit patchy. And hopefully you can see there that I've managed pretty good coverage, nice and even. And don't worry, because as you can see, the colour pops right back up when you put your top coat on. So next up, I am going to do my chrome finger, and for this I am going to separate away my other finger, because the chrome does tend to get about a bit. And as with all chrome powders, all you do is you just rub it into the nail, and with this you do go quite firm. At first gentle to get an even distribution, and I tend to go from base to tip as opposed to doing like kind of around the bottom and then coming up, because I find that this method is the best to avoid patchiness and streakiness. Because of the shape of the nail and the way that the light hits off it, it's much harder to detect patchiness in this direction than it is in that direction. Don't forget your ends. Just make sure that you have a good go at them too. So the final one is going to be the Rainbow Carnival. Exactly the same application technique, to just take it down the nail from base to tip in a continuous line if you can, because it has that kind of linear holographic quality. And if you get any patchiness, it's really going to show. That one is all done. So before I put on my top coat, I'm just going to dust off and notice that I've closed up my pots, because I don't want to cross-contaminate with any cast off. Just be nice and careful when you are doing this, like very super careful when you're doing this with the Rainbow Carnival, because I don't know if you could see it there, there's a tiny little scratch. Literally, I did that with the edge of my finger, this finger, when I was like dusting off on the other hand, which was a little bit of a disappointment. So with my kit I got this super shining top coat, and do not by any means think that you can just shove this on your nails and that they're going to be fine. All of your pigment will come off like real quick if you just shove a layer of this on. You really need to double or triple top, if not use something like a builder gel, and that's what I'm going to do with this manicure. So I'll just show you this one just to show you how the colour comes back. Probably the Rainbow Carnival will be the most dramatic one to observe, and what you want to do is you want to float the top coat. So you need to have a good generous amount because you want to drag as little as possible. What you're doing here is making sure that you get in just all of the edge where you coloured. And make sure you get the free edge as well. So now I've got my super shining top coat cured. That's all the pigment sealed in now. This rubber top coat, all I'm going to do now with it is make sure that I have filled in any little gaps. So see there's tiny little gap in there. That's pretty well sealed up. And what I also do is I just go around up to the cuticle to kind of blend that out. And then once you've got it to that kind of stage, and apologies, I've got I'm just getting over an ear, nose and throat infection, so I hope that I'm not going to lose my voice. I'll just have to sound a bit like Marge Simpson. So once you've got it to that stage, then just take the regular brush and just feather over the nail some more, just until you're happy that you've got a nice level surface. What I've actually done is I've only cured this for 20 seconds because that's enough to flash cure it, and of course my other nails are going to get a coat of this to try to extend the wear time on the pigment, and it may be a while before you see this video, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to try a wear test on it as well. So I'm just going to finish up this nail and do my thumb, and then, believe it or not, yes, I'm also going to put a top coat on. Why, I hear you scream, and that is because although this builder gel is great stuff, super shiny it is not. Not a criticism of it, because it does exactly what it should do, which is strengthen your nails and make them pretty impervious, and it's awesome for encapsulating, and I'm sure there's like 101 other things that people use this stuff for as well. So I'm just going to cure this because it's a thin layer of this. I'm just going to do it for 40 seconds. So that's the builder cured up, and they are looking very shiny on screen, but I'll just give you a quick demo of why I also use the Madam Glam top coat over the top. I mean, aside from the increased wear, if I just paint half of that nail there, try to get it, can you see there the difference in the shininess? And I just find that it looks really nice with just a bit of Madam Glam top coat. So I'll cure this and then I'll be right back. There's the finished look. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.